Okay, just an update for upcoming live shows and other games that are happening on this channel real soon. A lot of recording has happened, but for now, today is the 23rd. It's Friday evening, and tomorrow, Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I think that's about, let me see this. That should be about, is that 1 p.m.? No, that's not right. It doesn't matter. Okay, so 11 a.m. Eastern Time, we're going to do a game of 40K again live because Orks are out. Orks will be available tomorrow. And hey, Andrew. So yeah, there's gonna be an Orc game. We're calling Iron play a 2,000 point game of the new Orcs versus I think Crimson Fist is what he's gonna do. Hey, William Payne. So that's gonna be tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. The following week we're gonna do the Triumph and Treachery finale. So Luke will be in, and I guess Audi tabletop truck. Yeah. So next Saturday, which I believe, and check that date for y'all. That date is going to be looks like the 31st. We are going to do the finale, which we're going to do live with myself, Luca, and Cullen, and Wah! And we'll talk about that in a minute. I want some input from you guys. I'm going to give you guys an option to say a few things. So that video for that game will be filmed obviously live, and then it'll get immediately pulled down after the live show is over. The members of this channel, if you can join the channel, and you will always have access to that video, but it will get edited up a little bit, and then it'll get re-uploaded as a regular fancy video. Stonehorn. You got your codex? We gotta do some talking then, because there's another show, we're gonna talk about another show on Saturday. Sorry, I get very distracted by the comments. So that it'll get pulled down and it'll get re-uploaded at the end of the 24th episode, basically. So there is going to be Horus Heresy. I did say that there's going to be Horus Heresy uploaded on this channel on Sunday, 2 days from now, but I actually forgot to bring it home and edit it. So it's not going to happen. I'm going to do something else instead with the workbook. But there is some Horus Heresy coming on this channel real soon because I've already been filming it. There's some more 40K happening on this channel real soon. Like the old style, like the handheld cam style, because I've already been filming it. I've been filming like crazy. Hello, everybody. Trying to keep up and say all the hellos, but hello. So for those who are just popping in now, actually, let me just make sure of everything. So yeah, the next 2 weeks live shows are guaranteed, and it looks like this going forward, we're going to keep doing live shows every Saturday. Colin and we're thinking we want to jump back into fantasy as soon as possible. So there'll be a lot of fantasy live shows, but we'll do some 40K as well because we both actually really love it. So yeah, so just catch up tomorrow, 11 a.m. Hey Sam, this is a yes. So it's 11 a.m. Eastern time. If anybody's here from other parts of the world, if you tell me what time that is for you guys, then I can translate that for everybody else in the video. But yeah, so 11 a.m. tomorrow, New Orcs versus probably Crimson Fist, almost certainly Crimson Fist. Hang out afterwards, and we'll talk about Orcs and the new book, anything you want to talk about. But also on Sunday, because I forgot to edit up a bat rep, and I'm just not gonna have time to get it done for Sunday. I'm gonna do another live show sometime in the afternoon, Eastern time. Depending, honestly, I want to sleep in. I want to wake up, maybe go for whatever, and then okay. So Sunday when I wake up, so late morning, early afternoon, 10 Central Time for 11 a.m. Perfect, Andrew. Thank you. I appreciate that. So this Sunday, late morning, early afternoon, when I wake up, I'm going to do a kind of like an orc new book. Let's gather around, talk about it, and hash things out. So I actually already did a game with Luca today, and we did a review, which I believe you're gonna. I think maybe we're going to put that out tomorrow morning. So you'll see a game same time we're live probably, and a review in the Mini War Gaming Vault. But I already want to add more. There are things I think are absolutely fantastic in that book. There are things I think that are way too cheap in that book. And there are things I think that are ridiculously overpriced in that book. More Dark Angels for the line, absolutely. But yeah, hang out. We'll do a little bit of talking after the game about that, kind of like a post-game discussion with everybody. But Sunday, we'll talk about that Orc book, and then I'll take all my thoughts from the back and forth with you guys, and I'll probably either edit that down or create a whole new video where I kind of do another Orc review after playing a couple more games, and then actually be able to talk to people who have read the book, because it can help me see like things you're just not seeing, another point of view. But that being said, I do want to talk about the Triumph and Treachery game that's going to be next week, which again I said that was the 31st. Once again, it'll probably be 11 a.m. Eastern time on the 31st next week. Barring any technical issues, things get pushed off. Obviously, we haven't mastered that all yet, but we're getting there. So we're thinking Triumph Treachery. It's only gonna be the three of us because there's still some restrictions in the studios. Lucas thinking he wants to bring like Nagash, and we all bring like the big boys from our faction. Cullen plays Skaven, and he can't. He might have to do Empire. We'll see, because we don't have a Thankful painted up, and I don't think he can get it done in time. He might. I'll talk to him about that. But I don't have. I've never had a Tyrion on foot, so I can't do the big Elven thing, and I don't have. I do. No, I can't do the Orc thing. So I'm probably gonna end up having to do Caradrian on Phoenix. But yeah, you guys all can weigh in on what you want to see in the Triumph and Treachery game. You can comment in this video. You can say it right now. You can send me an email. Hopefully I see it for next week. What you guys want to see in that Triumph and Treachery game, and then we'll try to accommodate as many things as possible as we make this a zaniest thing. And we have all three of us in the next live show, the week after. So that's it. Did I cover everything? Did I mention that I forgot the I covered everything. So that's it. So next two live shows, and then the continuation of live shows going forward with Colin and I, and we got other people in as well. You're excited to try. Sorry, you're excited. So Super Ego is excited to try 8 Flash Kid mech with say Badrook in the new bunker. Oh, the new bunker. I'm torn on that bunker. So my thoughts on the. You know what? For a few minutes, anybody announcements are done. You can, if you're watching this video later on, you can go. I wouldn't mind talking Orks for a few minutes. Chaos Orks can't happen. Nobody has the army. So that bunker, I generally don't like fortifications in 9th edition. I don't think they work well in 9th edition because you want to hide them, you just can't. However, I think that Ork head is cheap enough and resilient enough that I'm actually going to use it. And flash kits are not locked to freebooters. Hey Sam, thank you. Yes, Cullen does still have his own job away from any wargaming. So Cullen does it's like a construction company. He works for a construction company type thing. I don't know exactly what he does. But he also runs his own business. Cullen still works 2 full-time jobs, and he's still a mini wargaming employee. Yeah, so Cullen works nonstop. But yeah. So because Cullen's not at mini wargaming enough, he really needs his wargaming fix. That's why we're able to pretty much guarantee moving forward with these Saturday live shows. Maybe we have to. Yeah. I think there's my thoughts on that bunker. How amazing was the Old World announcements? Man. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, Cullen is a beast. I'm not kidding. That was exciting to read. There's a few people who commented. I've seen other articles elsewhere where like Games Workshop never said it was going to be around. They all but did say it was going to be round base. They honestly, the all but did. They said everything comes back around. Like they heavily implied. They never confirmed. They never, for all those who think they confirmed square base a long time ago, never. Pixar didn't happen. Like prove it. They never. This is the first confirmation. And in my opinion, meaning is here. I think they intended to go round base and they changed their mind. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's super exciting. We get to use our old armies in the old world. Like, they confirm that. Now, what that probably means is once the old world armies start rolling out, they're going to outpace and be better than the old armies we have. But I'm cool with that. I don't care. I'm happy to buy all new fantasy models and paint them all up. This channel will be heavily covering the old world. Oh, we got some lag. We good? What do you want to do to all Gretchen army? Jason Weddle, that's just not going to work. Gretchen took a hefty bit of nerfs. They took, I think I counted them all, like 5 big nerfs, and then toughness 3. I think it's reason. If you see Gretchen on the table moving forward, I'm talking from a competitive standpoint, it's only because you really I don't think Gretchen will ever see me on the table again. Which is unfortunate because I've always loved the Gretchen mech thing. Judge Mentini. No, they never had an article saying it'd be square bases. They just talked about it coming back, and then the tagline was everything comes back around. With it being the time of the three emperors, which faction are you looking forward to? All of them. I don't care. Um, there's, I'm not even kidding. Every time they've somewhat teased on one of the new factions for the old world, I claimed it. Like I'm gonna play them, but yeah, I can't claim them all. I can almost guarantee I'm gonna pick the Kids of the Void Bear Riders. I'm gonna if they have those models, I'm buying that for sure. But I'll probably own every army. Basically, we'll probably end up dividing up the original. Like hopefully we get more than hopefully we get 3 factions. So Cole and Luke and I can all take one right away, and then we'll take a new faction each. Plus we'll have our old factions. What are some factions in fantasy you think need some major reworks from games? So I don't think it's a fair question because it'll be a whole new rule set. So you can, if let's say the rules, the army books that currently the 8th edition army books are compatible with the old world. I highly doubt they will. I think it'll be a complete rewrite. So I don't think they're going to be compatible, but it doesn't matter if they are. Just a core rule set change drastically changed the power of each of those books, so you can't really answer that question. Unfortunately, that being said, Hiles need to be toned down. Skaven needs to be brought in line. Ogres need to be toned down. Dark Elves need to be toned down. Beastmen need to be buffed. Stuff like that. But whatever happens, happens. Like I don't expect the game to be perfectly balanced right away. It'll be fun. I'll have a great time with it, and they'll sort it out over time. Hope the old world brings back Tomb Kings. Absolutely, absolutely. Jeez. Super Hawk. I wouldn't hold your breath on new models right now or redos right now, but in the future, absolutely. Okay, Titus asking, might I ask your opinion on the new guidelines on Games Workshop's IP use? I haven't read them, so I can't give you my opinion. Though I know people have been asking us if it's going to. I've seen the comments in random videos. Is the new rules going to affect my channel, this channel you're watching right now, or Mini Wargaming? I haven't read them, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Like, is this something I need to go read? Beast Snag or regular Orc Boys? Honestly, Glenn, neither. The list I'll play tomorrow is going to have a Spearhead and an Outrider. I refuse to use either of them. I think they're horribly overpriced. I think the Orc Boys have took 4 huge nerfs, 2 minor buffs, and a point increase. I don't think they're competitive. I don't think they're viable in a reasonable list. I really do believe that. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But time will tell. I'm comfortable calling it now. Orc Boys and Beast Nagas need to drop down a couple of points each per model. Orc Boys 9 points. They need to be 7 before I even think about it. And even at 7 points, I probably won't run them. Beast Nagas 9 points. I'm not even going to consider them. I am doing very well, Powell. But, well, thank you. I didn't do laundry. So I haven't done laundry in a month. I've been painting like crazy. I can't show you everything. I've been painting like crazy. Like I come home, paint, sleep, work, do a little recreation stuff, paint, sleep. I've been painting like crazy. I haven't done laundry in a month. She's like, you think the steal unique models from Total? Yeah. Total War. I think might be a little clue to what we might see. You never know. Texas will be alive and well. Absolutely. Yeah, 2Ks, buddy. Yeah. Steve bringing toys before. Yeah, I've always been a toys before boys anyway. I actually don't care that much. I'm happy to play 6 command points down and not have to bring any boys. It's not that big a deal for me. I never really liked boys anyway. I actually legitimately feel bad for all the orc players who love to bring boys. I don't think the toughness 5. I think shooter boys are just done. There's no value to them anymore at all. None. Like you can get way more output elsewhere. I think shooter boys are just super done. But the goes to the orc boys at 9 points a model. The change to mob rule, the massive nerf they took to Here We Go. I listed all the things that were that they took hits on. Oh, the custom force field nerf hits them too much. I just don't think toughness 5 offsets that even remotely so. Because like I did some math. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. People are gonna disagree with me, and I think time will just prove me right. I think you bring boys, they just die too fast, and the morale themselves all the table. No, Victor, no. Okay, I'm not trying to. No, very much disagree. In the old book, boys were 8 points a model, and were not worth their points. They did gain +1 toughness and AP and the Choppas, two things that are good, especially the AP and the Choppas. That's the biggest buff they needed. That being said, all the nerfs they took and then the point increase, way too expensive. Boys were not good at 8 points. Were not competitive at 8 points in the old book. They died way too fast in the, when playing against the 9th edition codex. No, boys were just bad. You cannot compare model like for like from Xenos to Xenos. You can't. I mean, I can just say right now, how much is the Vanguard, the Skitarii Vanguard? Aren't they 8 points a model? If I compare anything to that, you can't compare from one book to the other. You just can't. I mean, Hormagaunts are they're 6, but basically fearless and super fast. You cannot compare one book to the other, unfortunately. Who's your patron? Per Rebel. Definition of angry nerd. That's me, man. I'm an angry nerd. No, Anthony. Literally, I just explained this shirt. I haven't done laundry in a month, so I had to pull this out of the closet. I've been painting like crazy. I've been painting and filming. I've been working like crazy on this channel. That being said, if you want to help support, you can join. Hit that join button. Really appreciate the support. More stuff will come for you guys. Not a whole lot of value right now, but it does help this channel a lot. So I appreciate those who are members. I love each and every one of you. You know, I love those who aren't members as well. I love everybody who loves fantasy or Warhammer. 7.6 is a little underpriced for me. Maybe if they upgrade stat line. Okay, so 7 points. I think people. I didn't even want to say that. I think people really that's ridiculous. I think if you really crunch the numbers and weigh everything they lost, everything they gained, I think 7 is about the right price, and I still won't run them at 7 points. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. Not everybody can be the whole time, right? Yeah, you can't compare them to Zangors. You can't compare like for like. You can't compare. You honestly just can't. You can't compare troops to troops. You can't compare book to book. Is there any tidbits from the fantasy lore like this in the tabletop? The Phoenix King and then the old what are they called? The Queen's Guardians. What are they called again? The Ever Queen and her. They used to have like a spear unit back in the day. They kind of became archers now, but I forgot what they were called. They had this cool a high elf thing with a cool name. I listed them back in the game. Time Treachery game, Tyrion, Teclis, Corhill. I don't have any. I have Teclis, but I don't have Tyrion or Corhill. I don't have Gorbet Ironclaw. I don't have these named character models. This is the problem. Like I can't even like if somebody can like overnight. I'll pay if somebody has them. They can overnight them to me. I'll get it painted in time. If the shipping cost in the model isn't like models are expensive nowadays, and shipping will be super expensive. But if anybody has anything, and shipping won't be that bad, I will get it done in time. But I don't expect anybody to have anything. I don't own any special characters. I just don't. I want them all. I haven't been able to get my hands on them. I do have the Black Orc character. What's his name? He has Get Sync for the weapon. I do have that model, but I don't have the Black Orcs painted to bring them. That's the only Orc named character model I have, and he's painted too. Aren't we all angry nerds? Sorry, it's going a little too fast. We'll see what shakes out the court. Absolutely, my opinions are gonna change with more game. I played one game. Okay, Victor. New book. Nobody's played Gazgul in a mass bit of boys with this book, so like they haven't won any tournaments with it yet. And also, if you're like, they're not. I'm talking about GTs. I mean, oh, I think boy spam might counter Dark Eldar because you don't have enough shots to go through them. But Space Marines will just chew through boy spam like nothing. Um, but also, I think this Orc book counters Space Marines. If you all the toys counter them. Handmaids of the Ever Queen. Thank you, Jason. Eternal Guard. Squighogger Warbikers? The answer is why not both? Oh, can't show you nothing. Why not both? I bought out every Warbiker. I can show that. Only one box. I need to buy more, obviously. I only got one box. But yeah, I think they're going to be out of stock for a while. Squighogger. Oh my god, I need to talk. Grimgore Ironhead. Yeah. Okay, Sunday, when I talk about the Orc book in more detail, there's something about the models we need to discuss. We're going to save that for then. Come on Sunday's live show to discuss the potential issue with getting your hands on these models that I suspect might be an issue. But maybe not. We'll see. Bad Moon, Burner Boys are good now. No, they're not. Bad Moons do not increase the range of a assault weapon. Just heavy and DACA weapons. We're all Mark Cooper. Everybody here is excited for the old world. Speedwall looks good. Okay, so Speedwall didn't look good to me. This is how my brain works. It didn't look good to me at first, but because look at I played a game where we both played Orcs. He focused on the wall. I did Speedwall because I'm more of a toys guy anyway. I'm like, oh my goodness, actually, Speedwall is. I'm liking Speedwall. I'm thinking freebooters, boys. I'm thinking freebooters. Warbikers seem really really good. Same as the Squighog Riders. I think I want to. The problem is I don't have enough fast attack slots. That's why, while the stratagems are kind of like toned down in line with all the 9th edition books, there are some really good ones. I'm actually happy to play 6 command points down and play with a fast attack detachment and a heavy support detachment to get all the things I want. Yeah. Okay, so good point. So -1 AP on a 6 to wound. I don't know. I'm not happy about. Well, I'm not happy about the Spanner Boy thing. Okay, so 1 in 4, well, for every 1 in 5 has to be a Spanner Boy, and the custom Mega Blaster, whatever it's called, is actually a really good gun. The problem is you take a mortal wound if you roll 1 to hit, and that squad is only leadership 6, same as the Ludas. So if you bring like a squad of 50 Ludas, you have 3 Spanners, and there's 3 of those custom Mega Blasters, whatever they're called. That's actually still really good. But if one of them rolls a 1 and dies, they have to take a morale check. And they could fail on a 6 if just one of them dies, and then you got to roll die for everybody else. That scares me. I don't like that change, but also, whatever. I'll get behind it. So we'll talk about that more on Sunday or maybe tomorrow's post game. I think they did some bolt action. Yeah, we do some bolt action on Mini Wargaming. I don't play bolt action. I might do some Conflict 47 when we move to that, but I'm not really interested in bolt action. And Kron, I can't bring units of common goblins. I was unable to ever get my hands on them. I own no common goblins or nasty skulkers. If you know where I can buy some, send me an email. The time of the 3 Emperors, isn't that the time Teclis came over and taught magic to the humans and then then they created the colleges of magic? Unless I'm mixing up my timelines, isn't that the exact time when the colleges were created? Gonna make some hobo snake bites. Yeah, I'm gonna paint my Beast Naked Boys as snake bites. Not because I think freebooters is I think freebooters is gonna be my thing, but I like the idea of snake bites. I think people are going to have to use boar boys as Squighogs for a while. But the problem is the boar... Oh, the boar boys are the appropriate size. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Squats? Maybe one day. Never going to happen. Handmaidens. The Inquisitor, if they bring Skaven into 40k, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Okay, so Glenn, the only issue I have with bringing Orcs and Goblins to the Triumph and Treachery game is it means I'm going to have a lot of artillery and a lot of models, which It might be good, I guess. But I don't want to, like, bog down the table. Orks. Yeah, no, I think Commandos are they 10 points a model? I think the Commandos were 11 points a model. Oh, you're right. Yeah, Commandos are 1 point more a model. They'll never do that. Changing blast for 5 plus and 10 plus is a massive change to the game. Why would they do that? No, that'll never happen. It's meant to, because the 5 and 10 is the standard size you see in squads, right? These blast weapons are meant to hit or do extra or be more reliable against larger than average squads. But yeah, I mean, I guess it wouldn't ruin the game if they made it 5 plus and 10 plus. Since you're doing it. Any thoughts on 3D printed models? I own a 3D printer. I use it all the time for D&D. I have answered it. I whatever. I don't go to Games Workshop sanctioned events, so I don't have to worry about 3D printing my bits. So it's not an issue for me. But I also don't. I don't think I've ever 3D printed anything for 40K or Games Workshop games. Not that I can recall anyway. Oh no, I printed a knight weapon. I printed a weapon for a Titanicus Knight because it wasn't available to buy yet for Josh to use. But then he ordered the proper bit when it came out from Forge World, so he used it only temporarily. Do I read any comic books? No, I haven't. I haven't since I was a kid. Used to love them. X-Men and Spider-Man were my thing. Oh, and Batman. Batman. X-Men, Spider-Man, and Batman. And then there were a bunch of others actually. I guess technically Archie. I read a lot of Archie. But yeah, no, not in many years. But a lot of Spider-Man, a lot of Spider-Man. X-Men always been my favorite. A lot of Spider-Man comics. You want to kill Nagash with a spear chuck. I wish I had my Lizardman just to poison Nagash down to death. You're looking at a box of 160 common gods. Are they assembled? Are they painted? Are you willing to part with them, Ankron? Give me a price. Send me an email. Steve, what rules from what edition would you like to see included or removed from the old world? Okay. I do not want to see old fear. That's terrible. I don't want to see steadfast. I don't want to see horde. And I want to see magic toned down. And I do not want to see old fear. What's my favorite edition of D&D? I've only ever played 5th. Oh no, technically second. Crunchy. A lot of work. But 5th is easy and we just have fun with it. I've had better experiences with 5th. But as a rule set, it's not great. It's not. Yeah, Victor, but like I don't think like Blast is specifically not meant to affect Marines at the 5 and 10 level. Right? Like they are supposed to be elite. But I get you. Like what army do you play, Victor? What do you play that you really like to use a lot of Blast? Yeah, I think they could. So Judgment Team, I think they could have done making the shoot a little bit better than they did. Doesn't really seem worth taking when choppers get AP. Yeah, absolutely. Choppers were useless before. You would charge in and do nothing. At least the AP, you can do something, and you get tons more attacks. Oh yeah, boys lost their extra attack for 20 models. Like they just took hit after hit after hit. Yeah. But that being said, I can't see Shooter Boys being worth it at all. Favorite class in DD? I like clerics. I think cleric's my favorite class. But I've literally played everything. Well, I've not played every subclass, but I've played every class. Oh no, I'm never gonna play her yet. Yeah, a friend of mine wants to do Pathfinder. I might do Pathfinder one day in the future. In my opinion, what edition of Fantasy is a superior one? Probably 8th. It has its problems. 6 used to be my favorite. I went back and played it. I'm like, oh yeah, there's some problems here. I really like 7th as well. So it's down to 7th or 8th, though I love 6th edition. But I think 8th is the superior edition of Fantasy, even though yes, it has its problems. Well, that's it. I'm gonna go back to painting. See if I can get some stuff done for tomorrow, which I know I won't. So, just to recap on everything that's happening tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Colin and I are going to do a 2,000 point new Orks versus probably Crimson Fist. Next week, the 31st. I keep forgetting the date. Yeah, next week, the 31st, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Triumph Treachery. 3-player, me, Colin, Luca. It'll be the finale. It'll be filmed live. It'll then be pulled down immediately afterwards. So if you can't make it live, I'm sorry, but it will get uploaded back at the end for episode 24. I'm not even sure what episode. I think we're on episode 16 or 17. I can't remember. And then this Sunday, around late morning, early afternoon, we're going to talk some Orks. But to hang out tomorrow, hang out Sunday. Horus, Heresy, and 40k games coming to this channel real soon. A ton more fantasy, even though we finished filming all the fantasy, except for the finale, we're filming more because those who backed the Kickstarter and helped us produce these 24 bat reps, we're producing more. You're getting more than 24 because we just freaking love the game. Nalzi, I'm sorry, your message got redacted. Favorite setting? Faerun, but Ravenloft is also Curse of Strahd was a fantastic campaign. And yes, Inquisitor, I agree with you. I wish they made DACA weapons assault. It's interesting because the speed wall, you can advance and fire assault without penalty, but like nothing has assault anymore. Like nothing. It was like 4 p.m. UK time. That sounds about right. So 4 p.m. tomorrow, guys, but here in the UK. I know a lot of you are. Main difference between 8th and 7th, you know what? There's too much for explain right now, but a lot. There's actually a lot of difference between 7th and 8th. They're while the same game, there's a bunch of major differences I can't get into right now. But you know what? Ask that question next time and I'll go into it for you.